The absolute shocker of the season, blowing us away. We never expected it. What a run for Fire Force. Here's what happens.
Hated the show this much.
Here's what happens in this episode. And you know what? And I actually think that's fair. Because normally, if you're not enjoying a show, you stop watching it. Unfortunately, all three of us had already watched 65 episodes of Fire Force. So we're like, what's 6 more? Let's finish the last season. And man. Okay, what happens in this episode? The world builder doppelgangers appear, I guess. And everyone gets naked. That's what happens in this episode.
Yeah.
The entire live action section of this episode for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, full like 2-minute live action scene that kicks off.
Oh, look at us.
It's art.
We're artsy.
See, I thought last episode's artsy scene was a little more in tune. This one didn't. This one kind of lost me.
So cringe. It's the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
This episode was like a fucking 2 to me, dude. It's like a 2.
This episode was... See, I have one score for this, and it'll make sense. Man, here's my thing, okay? This whole episode is about... To me, this episode was about the mangaka wanting to get up on his soapbox and scream about things that annoy him in the world. And that's kind of what part of this series has been. Right? Like, he wanted to get up and say, it's annoying that, like, just because someone looks hot, that, like, older generations get annoyed at them and tell them to put some clothes on. Like, just because something is sexy to you doesn't mean it's not sexy to somebody else. Ooh. My problem is, this is where good writing comes into play here. And I love Soul Eater, so I hate bashing the same mangaka for a different series, but we can just separate those things. That's where good writing comes into play, where you're like, you can write it in that way where that is a point of the story where you don't have to absolutely bash people over the head with it and just like basically scream it into their faces like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is the most literal, direct way to do that, as opposed to having like a nuanced written storyline into your story that you already have going on. That like proves the same point, pushes the same point, expresses the same feeling. This is just literally bashing us over the head with it, and it just doesn't hit the same. And we've already expressed how annoyed we are with Tamaki and her luxurious nudity. What is it? Lucky
I didn't
lecture.
even care to write it down. I didn't even care to write it down.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't hit for me. We don't need to spend too much more time on it, but Chris, if you want to share some stuff, dump it, and then let's move on to the final episode.
I mean, for me, hope being the only way to win is such a basic trope that it's just so poorly done. And to be like this poorly done is insane. And then to now turn lust into hope, like we mentioned earlier, also stupid as shit.
Doesn't help that Assault, the main villain of this episode, is like a dude that you're like, who?
Yeah, I don't know him at
the
all.
guy from one episode in season 2. He shows up for one episode and disappears basically because he was too nervous to fight Tamaki because her clothes kept falling off, and then he would nosebleed and he couldn't fight anymore. Like, that's our villain. The guy who just showed up that did that for one episode. Like a whole season ago, 24 episodes ago. It's like, who? This is supposed to hit when I'm like, who the fuck is this guy that we care about now? No way. Yeah. Who cares?
This show has been nothing but just a walking identity crisis. Like, it doesn't know what tone it wants to be throughout the entire thing. The only reason it wasn't a fucking 0, do not pass go, do not pass $200 for me is because, like, I didn't hate the little bit of a rant that little kid went on with his mom. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yes.
But then immediately afterwards, when he went into the whole builder whatever bullshit, it's like, all right, you lost me again.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah.
You caught me for a second, and now it's gone.
Scores.
2. 2. Yeah. 5.8 for my score, and then this week I decided to do a Fire Force curve, and I wrote a 7 as the Fire Force curve.
I will say, here's my score, and it's only fair. Canonically, 6.9. On to the next.